Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round.
Talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
That
Anthony by murder.
by murder.
Yes.
Golly.
Might knock his head off a little bit. Like, it might be special effect, but it might like go out.
Like legit.
Boxing legends share their predictions for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. Usyk explains that this fight will end inside 1 round because he has already faced Joshua twice and fully understands the level of force Joshua carries. Usyk believes the event is mainly about money and brings little real value to the sport. He feels Joshua needs only 1 clean moment to show the massive difference in power. For Usyk, this is not a competitive matchup, but a quick result waiting to happen, and he sees Jake stepping into a situation far beyond his experience.
About AJ taking that fight. Obviously, it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Do you see something wrong with AJ taking that fight?
This is just a lot of money. It's just a show.
Right.
This is not interesting sport because, guys, brothers, Anthony, it's Olympic champion.
Right.
Jake, it's just sportsman. Yeah, YouTuber. Jake do a lot of work.
Right.
Special coach, special food, a lot of exercise, new.
Yes.
But this is guy don't have a mother fights.
Right.
Never
Right.
a matter fights. Maybe them wrestling now professional, but Joshua, Anthony Joshua, it's Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round because Anthony twice. My fight twice. Jab.
Very hard.
Yeah, look. You know, this is
And still from his fight.
this jab.
Tyson Fury takes a completely different approach, giving one of the boldest predictions in the entire debate. Fury declares that Jake Paul will knock out Joshua, shocking many because it goes directly against most expert opinions. Fury argues that Jake is physically developing, training heavier, and transforming into a more solid fighter. He sees Jake's progression as impressive and believes that momentum can sometimes outweigh experience. Fury has always enjoyed unexpected statements, but here he insists that Jake's confidence and rise could create a result nobody expects. He views Jake not as an internet personality, but as a fighter deeply committed to preparation. His prediction is controversial, but coming from someone who understands heavyweight boxing at the highest level, it adds a new dimension to the entire conversation.
Possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Teddy Atlas analyzes the fight with a strategic mindset rather than hype or fan pressure. He acknowledges Joshua's huge strength, but also points out that Jake Paul is not entering the fight with nothing. Atlas notes that Jake's youth gives him faster recovery, more natural movement, and a willingness to take risks older fighters often avoid. He highlights Jake's improved footwork, which could create discomfort for Joshua if he underestimates it. Atlas reminds that every fight has 2 sides, and this one is no different. Joshua has size, history, and championship experience, but Jake brings tools that can't be ignored. Atlas goes deeper, saying Jake's mindset as a young, hungry fighter could help him, since he does not carry the mental scars longtime pros have. He adds that Joshua is at his best when he controls distance, but Jake's quick feet and willingness to jump into exchanges might create small windows of opportunity. Those windows may be small, but they exist, and Atlas believes they're enough to prove Jake should not be dismissed completely.
While we look at all the advantages that Joshua has, let's look at how I look at where maybe Paul has some advantages. He's younger. His feet are a little faster. I know he's not at that level of a fighter, I get it, but his feet are faster. Joshua's feet are not that fast, closing gaps, getting to somebody. To hit him, even if you're better than him, you still got to get to him to hit him. Also, Joshua Last time he fought was over a year. He hasn't fought. He was basically retired. Where's his mind at? He got knocked out terribly by Dubois. Where's his confidence? Where's his mindset? Where is he? Is he taking this fight the way that fans are, overlooking Paul, taking him for granted? Yeah, it probably is. Might be. Does that weigh in? Yeah, that weighs in. People don't look at those parts of it. And the weight. Paul's smart. He always puts clauses in there. I know this is the first time he's fighting a guy who's bigger than him and all that stuff, but he put in a 245-pound weight, clause where he can't come in over 245. What is Joshua weighing? He was off over a year. He was basically retired. Was he 280? Was he 290? Was he 275? Easily could be the case. He didn't have a lot of time now to get to 245. How does that affect him? Oh, we forgot about that. It's a little thing, but it's not that little. It's the thing that Paul put there for a reason. Again, Paul hasn't made too many mistakes. He's been pretty damn smart. I'm not saying he's the fighter that Joshua is, but I don't know if Joshua...
Lamont Roach speaks with clear respect for boxing and concern for what could happen if Joshua fights Jake Paul with full seriousness. He says this is not a balanced fight because Joshua's natural strength and technical experience create a danger Jake has never faced. Roach explains that Joshua doesn't even need full aggression for the result to be severe. One committed punch could end everything instantly, especially with the size and background difference between them. He stresses that heavyweight power like Joshua's is not something an influencer-turned-fighter can safely absorb, and the physical gap could put Jake in real danger.
Excuse me. My first thoughts was this guy's crazy. Not gonna lie. But I get it. Coming from a guy who's not a true traditional boxer, and to be able to have a position where he can fight a former unified world champion, former Olympic gold medalist, and to do it on such a stage where Anthony Joshua is a superstar as well. I mean, like, he sold out the O2, twice.
Absolutely.
I think. So, I think Jake is setting himself up for, a huge spectacle, and which is, kind of smart. If you're going to go big, why not go to the highest of the mountain? Why not? And I get it. That's what you call business right there. And I seen a lot of guys calling them out, from like Gabe to other guys who are boxers. Yeah, like guys who actually beat them. But why would he settle for those guys when he could fight Anthony Joshua? So I think that's smart. I think that's super smart.
Smart is one thing. What do you think happens in the ring, though, champ?
I think he gets hurt for sure. I think he gets obliterated. Something close to like Francis Ngannou. I think something like that happens, and it's going to be bad for him. But
Tate keeps his reaction simple and direct. He says Jake has stepped into a massive moment and deserves respect for doing so. Tate appreciates the level of risk Jake is taking and points out that most people would never enter the ring with someone as powerful and experienced as Joshua. For Tate, the result is secondary. What matters is Jake challenging himself against the best and showing a level of ambition very few fighters, let alone influencers, ever show. Tate's message focuses on courage rather than prediction and highlights that Jake's decision alone earns him admiration.
More things before I let you go. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Your thoughts on this fight? And Mega One?
Yeah, huge respect to Jake. I mean, we all know what should happen on paper, but it's boxing. So huge respect to Jake.
Sean Ollie, a professional UFC bantamweight fighter, expresses genuine concern for his friend Jake Paul before the December 19th main event. Speaking on the Bro Ollie show, he admitted that facing Anthony Joshua is terrifying. Ollie stressed that getting knocked out by someone of Joshua's caliber can have life-altering consequences, not just career setbacks. He called Jake's decision to face such a powerful heavyweight absolutely insane, emphasizing the real danger and extreme risk involved in the fight.